Welcome to Archcom Media's Eye on Archibald High. I am Vivian Legata. Today is Archibald High School's Fall Sport Media Day, and I get the chance to talk to two representatives of the AHS tennis team, Autumn Brennan and Ireland Hug. Thanks for giving us some time today.
Thank you, Vivi, for having us here and giving us the opportunity to talk about our team and a bit about our season.
Of course. I just want to get it started with asking, what got you guys into tennis?
So my sister did she joined her sophomore year because she quit volleyball, and that's what got me into it. And then we played 2 years together also in tennis, which was really fun.
Would that be Mackenzie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, I didn't play fall sport like all middle school. I helped with like the concessions and stuff. And in gym class in like 8th grade, Mr. Walker, the gym teacher in middle school, told me, we were playing like paddle ball or something like that against the wall, like where you hit the ball against the wall. And then he was like, you're really good at that. Like you should try tennis when you get into high school. So I was like, okay, like I'll think about it. And then like I talked to my parents and they were like, yeah, you should try it. And so I did, and I really liked it. And so yeah, here we are after 4 years.
That's really nice. So how has this season been enjoyable for you guys so far? Autumn, you can go first.
I feel like our team is a lot more, like, we conversate more and we get along more this year, more than previous years. I felt like because there was, like, an imbalance of, like, the ages. A lot of, like, the upperclassmen didn't want to talk to the younger classmen. But I definitely say that. And especially, like, when we go away to tournaments, like, yeah, although it's just our varsity, we're really close at tourneys. Because we had one just this Saturday, and it was really fun, just with, like, spending time with your team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree with Autumn. I feel like our team has gotten a lot closer this year because we didn't really lose. We lost one senior last year, but we lost no varsity players, so, like, everyone came back. Mm-hmm. So it's been really fun to watch everyone improve because, like, everyone stayed in their same spot as last year, so it's been really fun to just watch everyone grow and get better as a player, and also we've gotten closer too. So,
Ireland, how do you guys prepare for this season?
So before the season, this year actually, I got some lessons to help me get better in the off season, and then in the actual season, like once we start, in July we have like a few conditioning days, and then once the actual season starts, our coach really focuses on conditioning, and believe it or not, we condition a lot. But it definitely helps us to get better. I can definitely tell when we play other teams that we are more advanced in that, like in conditioning and stuff. We don't get tired as easily as the other team, and that really helps us to win a lot more games. So that's what I would say.
What does conditioning look like?
We do a lot of Michigans every single day almost, and then we do laps around the track, stairs. We run a mile on the first day. We run laps around the school.
Running games.
We do like push-ups and stuff if we lose in practice.
He like tries to simulate a real match as much as he can. That's why he does like a rewards and punishment system per se, because he just like especially with a tiebreaker, like you have to win. So he'll like have us do a sprint before and then put us straight in the tiebreaker to simulate it. Because tennis, I feel like a lot of people think tennis isn't very physical, but it is all running and mental.
And also like he puts like as much pressure as he can on us in practice. So like by giving us like telling us that there will be a punishment for whoever loses the tiebreaker, that just makes you try and work harder because like obviously you don't want to run. So that's what we do to prepare, I would say.
Have you or your teammate been in a bad situation in a match, but were able to pull it off and become successful?
Yeah, so a few weeks ago we entered a bracket tourney, so you understand like the brackets. And I was on first doubles with Riley Stuckey, my partner, And this is like the first like varsity tennis doubles match I've ever played because I always play singles, but I wasn't really worried about it. But we played Napoleon, and our first game, we won. We beat them 6-0, and then like all of a sudden we just started losing, and it was like, what the heck's happening? But like it was half of their coaching because their coach, they were like against the fence, like not saying very nice things, and like it got to my head. But like slowly but surely we won, but then it got like rain delayed, so we had to wait a few days. But then we beat them when they came back within like 3 minutes. And it was nice.
That's good. What are some things your team struggled with last year that you were able to figure out?
For me, I would definitely say like last year was one of the more challenging years for the team because I was the only returning letter winner, so literally the whole varsity was new for the most part, except for one person. So we definitely had to get used to that, and like everyone was new at their position pretty much. And so that was definitely a challenge, but it's definitely helped us this year because we lost no one, so everyone just came back and everyone's improved. And so that was definitely a challenge, but we were able to overcome it. And this year I can definitely say that we've gotten better than last year. And so, yeah.
That's great. Explain to me how your first few matches have been and what have you learned?
Honestly, I feel like our first few matches have been very good. Like, we've had a really good season. Compared to last year, it was like, but like, honestly, I feel like we have all improved, especially because Ireland said we came back. We had a year to completely, like, reteach ourselves how to play. So that was really helpful, I'd say.
Yeah. And also, like, I would say definitely the beginning of the season was, like, we were doing really good. And then more recently, in the past couple matches, we've played more challenging teams and stuff. Mm-hmm. So something that I've learned, like, me and my partner, is just so, like, there's definitely teams that it can get, like, really hard to play them because they can have, like, an attitude, and then it's just hard to stay positive. But both of me and my teammate are, like, strong in our faith, and we just want to show, like, how to live like the Lord. And so we try and show patience and love towards the other team, even when it's really hard. And also that just helps us to not get in our head. So, and like start playing bad. So we just have to keep each other accountable and like keep each other positive. And so that's something that I've learned as the season's gone on.
That's great. Thanks, Autumn and Ireland, for giving us your time today. We appreciate it. I am Vivian Legato. More Fall Sports Media Day coverage to follow. Stay with us.
Hi again, I'm Miley Cox. Boys and girls golf are our next featured teams for Archibald High School's Fall Sports Media Day, and I get the chance to talk to Grady Short and Brooklyn Rodriguez. Grady and Brooke, thank you for giving us a few minutes to talk.
You're welcome.
Yep.
What do you guys do for practice on like a normal day?
So normally for our practice, I guess it's kind of similar to the boys, but depending on if we're going to like play 9 holes or if we're going to just practice at the range, our range day would normally be like our like focus on practice type day. We all try to get there around like 3:30. We have a set time for then, like just because I come from a different school. Like I come out from Fort County, so it's a bit harder for us to like all get there at the same time. So once we get there, we head out to our putting green and we'll just practice there. We have like about like 10 drills that we focus on before we go in and like hit range. But we like to focus on our putting and our chipping a lot because it's a factor of our game that like we can cut strokes by, and that like saves us for tournaments.
What do you do?
Yeah, other than we pretty much do similar to what the girls do, but other than that and just playing holes on the course, if we have a match the following day somewhere else that like we might have not played in a while, we might go over to that course and play a practice round to get used to that course for the next match we have.
What is your favorite course that you've played on?
My favorite course I played is Glendarren. It's up by my lake in Indiana. But I've been going there for 5-6 years now. So
I think my favorite course would probably be our district course, Sycamore Springs, but I know that our team really loves All Glaze, but mine would probably be Sycamore.
What makes these like spots unique to you guys, and why do you like them?
I think I really like Sycamore just because, like, where we are, it's like we have trees at our courses, but they're not as much, and it's like a different like angle to like look at some places. Like, it's not as flat as Ironwood would be, but it's still not like super hilly and crazy.
Yeah, Glendarren is overall like much more of a challenge than any course you're going to find within 30 minutes of Archbold. So letting me practice there in the summer really prepares me for all the other courses we play during the season.
How do you guys mentally prepare for all your matches?
Throughout the day, I'm not as like loud and like talkative. I just kind of like more focused on my schoolwork, and then like before the match, I normally just listen to some music, and then right before I tee off, I normally just say a little prayer before I tee off.
I think throughout the day I'm like pretty like relaxed, but not anything normal than my other self, I guess. But like normally on my way there, I like to listen to worship music before I play. I think it gets me into like a good headspace, and then obviously I pray before I tee off too, because it's something that like really lets me relax and get focused.
I see how these could affect the outcome of your matches. What is the best part of your season so far?
I think the best part of our season would be being able to see like all the improvement from last year. A lot of our girls have PR'd this season a lot, including me, and we have broken school records already, so it makes us really excited to be able to just go into tournament like that.
The best part of our season was, again, seeing everyone improve. Like, we weren't expecting the outcome that we have. We knew we were going to be front heavy with a couple of our classmen that played varsity last year, but it was really good seeing some freshmen step up and taking those lower spots on varsity. And then the best part for me individually this season was on Saturday. I broke the school record for the 18-hole match at Pettisville, so that was probably the best high for me this year.
That's very impressive. What do you guys think really improved with your teams this year?
I think coming after last year, having 4 of our seniors graduate was a little rough, and I think a lot of people expected us to like be on the lower side this year, but we ended up coming out, and like a lot of like our juniors and our other senior like really stepped up and was like, hey, like just because we miss them doesn't mean that's gonna like ruin our game, or which ended up bringing a lot of our juniors to hit career lows. So
Yeah.
Again, similar to what Brooke said, we lost like half of our varsity team last year, not really knowing what the team would look like this year. We had a lot of kids step up, and from going to one of the teams that people wouldn't think would be at the top of the league this year, we have a solid chance to go and give it a run for our money on Friday.
I'm glad to see the team stepping up with the future of uncertainty. How long have you been playing golf?
I've been playing golf probably since I was younger with my dad, but with the school, I started playing in 8th grade.
Yeah, I've pretty much been playing my whole life. My dad got a club in my hand when I was really young, and I've played ever since I was like 10 in tournaments and stuff.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned from golf?
I think the biggest lesson I learned is every round's not going to be the same, so don't let that like play a huge factor into your next round, because some things may be different, like the qualities may be different of the course, and like it's a big lesson, and it's like your biggest competitor is yourself. So I think that's one of the biggest key points, because like it's a team sport, but it's also an individual sport, but mostly like between you and your mind, because that plays a really big factor into your golf game.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the big lessons I've learned is patience is key when it comes to golf, because like a lot of other sports, you may be in for a couple minutes here or there, but golf is it's a marathon, not a sprint. So like you can't make back all the shots you've lost on one hole. Like you just have to be steady and be patient through like the entire round.
Yeah. What made you guys want to play golf?
You can go ahead first.
Like I said, like my dad had a club in my hand at a really young age. So once I realized that like I've been doing it and I'm all right at it, it just started really young, so
Yeah.
didn't really have a choice.
I think, again, with that, like, my dad and my family, like, they love to golf, and it was just something that I picked up, like, as a hobby and didn't expect to play in school. But my freshman year, I kind of had, like, a heart condition, so it really played a factor into, like, all my other sports. So I wasn't able to, like, be physically active in sports. So I started to golf more, and then I just decided, like, just because I can't play the other sports doesn't mean I can't find a sport that I also love and can enjoy.
I'm glad you found something you could do.
Thanks.
Grady and Brooklyn, thanks for chatting with me today. We appreciate it. I'm Miley Cox. Archcom's Eye on Archbold High continues coverage of Fall Sports Media Day in a few seconds.
Hello everyone, you're watching Archcom's Eye on Archbold High, and I'm Toby Heidenreich. Archbold High School's Fall Sports Media Day is today, and as an AHS soccer player, I get the chance to talk with Addie Kinsman and Rudy Roger about the sport we all know and love, soccer. Thanks for joining me today, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So, Rudy, great win last weekend, 5-0. So, how do you feel about that win?
It's just a great overall team win. We all played great, and throughout the season, we've all been starting to connect, and our chemistry's just been gaining more and more and more. And it's nice to be able to come out and just have a strong, commanding win where we never had the loss in doubt at all. And so it's just nice to just play the ball around, pass it around, and be injury free.
Probably had a little point off the field too.
Yeah.
It was turf, right?
It was turf, yeah.
Yeah, turf field always awesome.
Yeah.
So you're a really fast player.
Uh-huh.
Do you think they got that from your dad and coach?
You could say a lot of it was from that, just like the overall just training and just training in the backyard. And another big part of it is just playing other sports. The whole other sports aspect of it helped me with my speed and change of direction.
So was Stewie a fast player in his days?
Yeah, he was very fast.
All right. So who would you say was the fastest player on your team?
I would say Dalen or Aubrey are the fastest ones on our team. They for sure, Aubrey's a good threat on defense with her speed, and Dalen can get to the ball very quickly.
You get the ball sometimes too. With a slide tackle. You slide tackle a lot when you play. I've watched several games, and what position do you usually play in?
I usually play our 6, which is our defensive mid with Lydia.
With Lydia.
Yeah.
Do you like slide tackle?
I do. It comes very natural to me since I play softball also, so I really like doing it a lot.
Especially on Spangler, it's easy to do that. So, Rudy, you seem to switch positions mid-game a lot. Which one do you think is your favorite?
I don't really have a favorite. I just go where the team needs me the most, where that could be anywhere anywhere depending on who we're playing, or where honestly just wherever the team needs me.
Goalie?
I have played goalie once or twice.
I think you played once goalie, right?
I did, yeah, against Pettisville.
That was great.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have like any memory with soccer that you made that you just still have in your mind? Like just one of you?
Yeah, I think a great memory that we get to make each summer is that we go down to Columbus, and we've gone to Cleveland a few times, but it just really like helps our team chemistry, and we're able to like connect with each other for the weekend and play soccer.
Or do you have one?
My favorite memories are probably the bus rides. The bus rides are just so fun, like especially after a big win on the bus ride back, just the bonding with the boys and stuff like that. It's a great time.
Yeah, that's true. And do you think your brother has an impact on how you play?
Definitely. It's nice to know that I have somebody who has my back 100% of the time, and it lets me play more free. I know there are times when he's not on the field and the games are getting a little like feisty that like you always just know in the back of your mind like if something goes wrong, where's Rocco at? And when he is on the field, it's just nice to know that somebody's got my back.
Since when are you playing together with Rocco?
We've been playing together almost our whole life, from when we were super little, just kicking around in our backyard to in club we play together, and now in high school as well we play together.
Oh, that sounds great, Rudy. So, Addie, you have a big sister too. She left high school, I think, last year.
Yep.
And her name is Rain Kinsman. How was it to play with her?
I really enjoyed playing with her. I mean, we don't always get along, but it was a great time to like be able to just like share the love we have for the sport with each other and get to know each other better.
You both started young too, right?
Yes, we did. Yep, I started when I was in kindergarten, and I used to play with Rudy and Rocco when we were in Parks and Rec, and it was a lot of fun.
So it was a kind of double playing soccer. Yeah. 2 brothers, 2 sisters. That sounds great. Yeah. Just you got the younger brother, right?
I do. Yeah.
She got the older sister. So, yeah. Is one of you planning to go into college soccer next year? Like, Addie, are you planning to do that?
I'm planning to stay local and go to Northwest State for nursing. So I don't think that I would have the time to commit to a sport with a nursing program.
All right. But do you think you have the ability to do that?
I think I could if I wanted to, but I just really haven't looked into it yet.
Okay. How about you, Rudy?
I definitely am trying to go to college to play. I'm undecided yet. There are a couple options that I'm looking forward to, but we're just playing it as it goes day by day.
All right. So what game are you guys excited the most in the rest of the season?
The game that we're most excited for is for sure Bryan. It's a big league game that will come up. We first have to worry about Evergreen that we have tomorrow. That'll be a big league game for us, but Bryan, I think, will determine the league title.
All right. And why is Bryan a good team or?
Yeah, Bryan they're really a good team. They have a lot of competition. They've played very similar games that we've played this year, and I think that it will just be a good matchup for us.
All right. How about you?
Honestly, I'd say Bryan too. That's our senior night, so that's always going to be a fun day, as well as there's a chance. We dropped an early loss earlier in the season to Wauseon, but if Bryan can beat Wauseon, which they could, because Bryan's a really good team, then we have a chance to play Bryan for to win the league on senior night, which is always going to be a fun day to play.
You guys had a great win against Bluffton too. Was it 1-0, right?
It was 1-0.
Yeah. How was that game?
It was so much fun. Just the high intensity. It was night as well as a night game, and everybody was just like, it was yelling. It was loud. The crowd was loud. It was a great atmosphere to be in.
Yeah, I think night games are always the ones that you always like to play in. And yeah, do you guys know when the game against Bryan is? In the end of the season or?
Ours is towards the end of the season.
All right.
Yeah, same for us.
So if people want to watch that game, just look it up and then come visit the game. Thanks, Addie and Rudy, for joining me today. I'm Toby Heidenreich. And yeah, stay tuned for more coverage on Fall Sports Media Day at Archbold High School. Thanks, guys.
Welcome once again. I'm McKenna Thiel for Archcom Media. The Archbold High School volleyball team is our next feature, and joining me to talk about their season so far, we welcome Miley Garricky and Autumn Beneke. Glad to have you guys in the studio today. So my first question is, what got you into playing volleyball, and how long have you been playing?
I started playing volleyball probably in elementary school. It's just like another thing that my parents threw me in. And then after almost getting cut in 7th grade, I started playing club volleyball, and I've pretty much been doing that.
Do you think that your club ball experience has helped you further better, I guess, in your now future volleyball seasons?
Absolutely. It's one of the best decisions I ever made was playing club volleyball, and it's not only helped me like grow as a person, but also like as a teammate and a player.
Awesome. How about you, Miley?
I think I first started playing volleyball in like 2nd grade through the Parks and Rec, and it was one of those things where like everyone was at the 10-foot line trying to get the ball over, and it's just one of those sports where you really have to like start playing early to be able to learn all the fundamentals to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So for your team, what goals have you guys set for this season?
Definitely to try to win leagues. I feel like that's a really accomplishable goal for us this season is to win leagues, but I don't know.
Yeah, I would definitely say winning the league too. I feel like us and PH it's our second to last league game, I'm pretty sure, and it's definitely going to be a battle for who takes the league championship. And also winning districts last year, that was really fun, and I feel like it's kind of given us this goal to try to do the same this season.
How have you guys fared out so far among the league teams you have already played? How have those games went?
I think we've only dropped 2 sets in the league. We dropped a set to LC and to Swanton.
Yep.
But otherwise, I think we've played really well so far. So
Oh, that's awesome. What do you guys believe is your team's biggest strength?
I would definitely say, like, we have a lot of good hitters. I mean, you can really go to anyone, and anyone can get a kill, put the ball away. We, like, our two middles, Kennedy and Lexi, they've been really good, and they've had a lot of varsity experience, so they've been really good for us, too.
Yeah, I think Molly Harris, as one of our outsides as a freshman, is playing absolutely amazing. She plays all the way around, and, she always steps up in the service eve and always takes a ball, and we set it out to where she puts the ball away. I think that's a really big thing that we had coming in this year, especially losing Keely Keller last year. It was a huge loss for us, and I think Molly stepping up has been really, really, really good for us.
Yeah, I'm sure that's difficult, filling those big shoes from Keely and coming in as a freshman, put in that position. So, yeah, that's awesome. How would you describe the team chemistry this season?
I think that it takes a while to get used to, like, who's in what position and stuff, and I feel like we've been doing very well as the games progress, and we've been our team chemistry has gotten a lot better from game one. So
we're all friends. Like, we are on and off the court. We're all friends. So I think that has really helped us, like, through our play. Like, you can see it through our play how close we are, and the chemistry is just it's there. It took a while to kind of get into a flow and a rhythm. We saw that a lot, like, in the off season, but now that we're started, our team chemistry is great.
I definitely think these last two games, Pettisville and, like, Pettisville game, I feel like we really played very well together. So,
yeah, that's awesome. How have you seen the team improve already over the past 10 games that you guys have already played this season?
I think we struggled a lot in serve receive because we have so many hitters. We struggle to find passers, and I think that is now something that we don't have to worry about as much. Like, serve receive isn't as big of an issue as we thought it would be. We're all starting to kind of figure it out, and Reagan Wett as our libero, she's really stepping up and playing pretty well, and everyone in the back row is stepping up and doing their job. So I think that's something that we're improving on.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. We knew coming into the season that we had hitters. We'd be fine with the front row, but the back row was what we were going to struggle with, and I feel like we've done a pretty good job with that. So,
yeah, that's awesome. I know it's hard to find someone you can throw in the back row to do something like that. So, what would you say is your favorite part about the volleyball season?
My favorite part is probably just spending time with some of my best friends every day after school. Like, the bus rides there and back are always super fun. In the back with all your friends, listening to music and talking. That's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
I'd say my favorite part is seeing how, like, the team develops over the year, like, start to finish. All three teams, freshman, JV, and varsity. I feel like we've gotten a lot better with the 10 games we've played so far. So,
yeah, it makes it way more fun when you have people that you enjoy to be around and you're having fun. So that makes it a lot more enjoyable of a season. If you guys could give advice to a younger athlete looking to play volleyball, what would you tell them? Like, skill-wise, what they should do?
I would say to, like, stick with it because it's a really hard sport to just, like, throw yourself into and, like, understand and stuff. So I know it's hard when you start in second grade and you just are thrown into it, but you definitely have to just stick with it and keep getting better.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like, starting young and keeping your hands on the ball is, like, fundamentally important. It's so hard to lose all that by taking time off and stuff. So just constantly playing and keeping your hands on a ball is fundamental.
Yeah, that's about true for our sport. If you just decide to leave and come back, it's harder to get back into the groove of it. My final question for you guys today is, when you step off the court for the last time, what do you believe that you will miss the most?
I know that I'm going to miss after getting a great point, coming into the huddle and everyone just screaming in your face, pushing you around. Like, that is one of the best feelings ever, is getting a block or a kill or an ace and people just shoving you and screaming. Like, that is just, it's one of the best feelings. I'm going to miss that so much.
I think that also, when we come to watch, I feel like that gets the crowd going and gets them all excited after something like that, seeing that. So, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, too. It's just so fun when that happens and you get to celebrate it with your team. And it's not only the person that scores the point, but you had the pass, you had the set, you had the, like, there's more than one person that was involved. So,
Yeah. Well, we appreciate your time today, Miley and Autumn. Thanks for sharing with us. I'm McKenna Thiel, and in just a moment, I'll have 2 representatives of Archbold football joining me. Keep watching Eye on Archbold High's coverage for Fall Sport Media Day.